On July 1920, Stephen Rogers was born to a pair of Irish immigrants. Steve was also a courageous kid as well as a diligent student, but he wasn't very athletic and he was quiet and introverted because he was so skinny. Although he would eventually grow to 6 feet 2, he was scrawny and weak, always last in athletic games, much like Peter Parker that would be born much later. A target for bullies as he grew up, he was protected by his best friend, Arnie Roth, by neighborhood tough guy, David Fortunoff. Though it wasn't apparent at the time, he possessed furious loyalty and a courageous fighting spirit, and a noble heart. Knowing he had no future in athletics, Steve majored in fine arts and was talented enough to be an illustrator. His life changed though, when the Axis forces sweep across Europe, starting the World War II. Rogers becomes convinced they need to be fought and that the European war would soon pull America into the conflict, inspiring him to enlist in the US Armed Forces to fight against the Axis forces. When he tried to join the military, Steve was immediately rejected and stamped out. It seemed there was nothing he could do. He eventually made an impression on the army recruiters and trainers, however, when he wanted to do his part and how it was his dream to fight for America against the Axis powers. Steve caught attention of an officer who was looking for men to recruit as a test subjects for an experimental program which was part of a top secret defense plan known to only a dozen of men or less. The experimental program was called Operation Rebirth. The plan was to create a physically superior soldier with a new serum called the Super Soldier Formula. If it worked, it would make an ordinary man into a superhuman. They would become physically with possessing strength, speed, stamina, agility, and reflexes. After an election process to choose a suitable candidate, Steve Rogers was chosen to be the first man who obtained the Super Soldier Serum. The serum worked perfectly. Rogers' body changed drastically, in giving him all the superhuman speed, strength, stamina, reflexes, and agility, making him a peak human perfection of mankind. During a fight with a crazy madman from the Nazi army, Red Skull intruded Rogers, engaged in combat. Due to Rogers' abilities, he defeated half of the terrorists in battle, but was injured against Red Skull due to him having a gun. The Nazis retreated. A couple of months later, when he came back from Germany, everyone respected Rogers. The government created him a suit and a name for the country he protected. Steve was now identified to the whole world as the first Avenger, Captain America, and was given a vibranium shield from the Wakandians as a greetings gift for the new president, Franklin Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt gave off the shield to Rogers as his bravery in combat and for a symbol of defending the US. Years prior, after him being frozen and joining the Avengers in the 21st century, Captain America is not known only to be a hero in America, but in the whole galaxy.